for me, at its heart, global solidarity is about, it's sort of based on analysis of power, really, and it means trying to stand with those that have the least power in any particular circumstances. The tricky part of that, I think, is that it takes, has different scales. So there's power imbalances between countries, but then between groups within countries, and those aren't always, those don't always line up as smoothly as we might like. But for me, I tend to come back to, to as close to the grassroots as possible. And for me, it's about listening to the voices of those that are have the least power, and that are often most affected or vulnerable to, or vulnerabilized to these particular social injustices, and where needed and where appropriate, amplifying those voices as well, without obviously standing in the place of, or pretending to stand in the place of those whose lived experiences are at the heart of these things. So, and it's also about recognizing the common roots, I think, of problems that exist in different parts of the world. We live in a world system, and while it impacts us in different ways, there are interconnections. But I also think it's about valuing plural approaches and solutions, and again trying to work through the times when those don't perfectly align and perfectly mesh, and in those scenarios, I'm in favor then of debate, and I'm in favor of, as I say, bringing as many voices in as possible. That complicates things in the short term, but given the world in which we live, and the problems that we face, the more voices that we have, the better, and those that have not traditionally been heard, need to be brought to the fore.